Okay, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait, cause it seems like here they go. It seems like the moment I sit down with lights, camera, will y'all shut the fuck up? I was upstairs watching TV, minding my business, saying, okay, I was just gonna get to this video when I got to it. I was gonna take my time this morning, say my prayers, my devotional, have some time with God, all of that. Nothing. The moment I sit down and say, okay, I'm ready, got my notes, got my water, got my lights, got my camera. Bitch, you had all morning to do this. All morning. Now, any other time, I'm up there trying to work in peace on a weekday. You at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's damn near 1 p.m., if not later. I gave y'all time. Girl, damn. Thank you. Anyway, let me get into why we are here. Don't worry about where I've been. It's not your business. I'm here now. Anyway, y'all know I love y'all. But y'all know I be taking breaks. And, you know, life was life and things were changing. I recently moved. It's just, well, not recently, child. I've been in this place for, oh, wow, almost a year now. But anyway, season 6 of Chasing Atlanta, Forever, they call it. The overall season, it was okay. You know, shout out to Andario, shout out to Jamar84, everybody who was involved in the filming, the production, the editing, the storyline writing, all of that. Shout out to y'all, because this was a well thought out, well prepared, beautifully crafted season and show, to be honest. Like, y'all get better with every season. I love the people y'all bring on. I love the storylines, the connections. I love the way the drama unfolds, honey. But this season was a little different. It was a lot going on. And at first, like I said in the TikTok video, I was not watching. I had no interest in it. But my cousin Dunye was like, you have to watch. You have to watch. And I'm like, girl, but okay, I'll give it a watch. So I watched it here and there, here and there. And he was like, it gets greater later. Like, there's more stuff to be discovered. So you need to continue to watch. Because I'm not going to lie, when I first started watching, it was just a regular season. I said, oh, girl, I'm not missing anything. Let me lay back down, watch my Selling Sunset, and, you know, count my blessings. But it started getting good again. And I was like, okay, well... So again, this is not an episodic or a seasonal review. I'm just going to talk about each character and what I thought about them. In no particular order. I need a pen so I can like mark this off as I go along. The hell I do with that? Oh, here we go. Who do I want to start with? Troy. Let's start with Troy. I loved you this season. I want to say I wanted more, but I was satisfied with what I got. You gave me just what I needed. You know, you didn't give me too much. You didn't give me too little. You was in the scenes and you was participating. You was showing up. You was working. I worked in retail, so I understand not wanting to bring the cameras into your actual 9-to-5 workplace. None of y'all really showed that. And rightfully so, because on no other show do we show people clocking in and out. You see the character and the job they came to do in regards to the show, and that's that. Chasing should be no different. We don't need to humble y'all to that level. We understand y'all got 9-to-5s. Do your thing and we'll see you at call time. Poof. I can see that the freaking frack is still there, but not as strong as it once was. And I also understand that nothing has to be wrong. That's what happens when people grow up. People don't stay joint at the hip 24/7 going throughout life. Couples rarely do that, let alone friends. So the fact that y'all are growing, not necessarily apart, but in y'all's own, you know, respective lanes, makes perfect sense, and it's perfect time. Y'all are walking into y'all's 30s. Y'all are really evolving as young men, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to explore, use the experience that you have accrued over time and apply that to life and keep it pushing. I'm not saying y'all have to stop being friends, but I'm also not saying y'all have to continue to be joined at the hip and be Velcro either. And for people to be, ooh, I don't know. It just seemed like there were certain people throughout you guys' existence on this series that just wanted to see this crumble and dismantle. And any sign that something may be going on, they pounced on it and was just like, so what's going on with freaking Frat? What's going on with you and Dominique? And it's just like, first of all, if this ain't your friendship, mind your goddamn business, because whether I tell you or not, how does it change the dynamic of our friendship over here? And what does that do for you, because you're not even a part of this? That's just me. Moving on to, I guess it's a perfect segue, Dominique. Loved you this season, loved your growth. And there's a little bit of T.S. Lil Kendra in you. I see you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see you pulling yourself off the ledge a lot of times when people come at you with some off the wall ass shit. And it speaks to your growth. It speaks to your maturity. It speaks to your self-work that you're putting in. And we see you, girl, and we appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. Go off and let have. Now, if you want to come to Houston, cute. But I was just talking to Danielle about this. Why is Houston becoming the mecca for all things influencer, entertainment, and all these things? Like, we've always had music. We've always had music. We've always had talent down here. But y'all girls over in Atlanta and LA and New York, y'all had that shit. That was y'all's judge, and that was the place that people migrated to when they wanted to make it. I have never heard of somebody saying, I want to be famous. I want to be a star. Let me move to Houston. Do you not realize that Beyonce didn't become famous until she left Houston? Beyonce. This ain't the time to, and the damn show ain't the place to break free and fly. There are influencers that live down here, yes. We shoot movies and music videos and have concerts and all the things. It is a entertainment hub to some. But like I was telling Danye, even if you get mad, so, but even if this is a place that is becoming another entertainment hub or central, come here, do your work, and hit it. You don't necessarily have to live here to do your thing, do your job. We are full. Do y'all not hear how the border situation is not working at all? So on top of the people who are born here, you have people who are raised here, and you have people who are now migrating here for a better life. We got enough. I'm not saying you're not welcome, Dominique. But if everybody from Atlanta keep moving down to Houston, who gonna be out there? Who gonna be giving what they got to give out there? We ain't got no reality shows for y'all to push and judge out here. And if we do, I ain't never heard of them. Yes, that one show did exist. And no shade to them, we are in a better place now. But girl, are you serious? I know you didn't come down here for that. No, ma'am. So unless Chasen is trying to push its way towards Houston, what you gonna do? I mean, moving on. Love your growth. Love that you are applying therapy. Hate that the guy that you met at the little speed dating thing is moving away. Because from what I was hearing, everything was going great. And now, Willow. Mama. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it because when I say your name, this is the only thing I can think of. It is not Oliver's fault that man didn't want you. No. despite Oliver saying what he was saying, despite them having a past, despite all of that, it is not his fault that Black didn't want your ass. You can't... if 1 + 1 is 2, and 5 + 5 is 10, what the fuck is this? And to be truthfully honest, you kind of came into the situation with a defeated attitude. Because as soon as the boy, you know, turned down your advances and was like, nah, I'm good, I'm not going to move forward, you got right in your confessional and was like, I already knew this was going to happen. I already knew. You know, where's your optimism? Why did you show up if you already knew how it was going to turn out? You got dressed up, got all cute, went on all these little speed dates for what? Because it sounds like in your confessional, you was intended on leaving the same way you came. And then for you to use that as karma for Oliver getting assaulted later on. You know what? Scratch that. I'm not going to put up the air quotes because I'm not here to tell anybody what assault looks like to them. If you felt like you was assaulted, you were assaulted. Despite what everybody get on their lives and saying, it is what it is. They didn't have to see it to make it true. If it happened to you, it happened. But for Willa to stand up there and say, that's what you get because of the stunt you pulled at the speed dating event? What? Who justifies assault, especially of a sexual nature, at all, let alone to vindicate themselves? I like you, Willa, but that was some bitch ass shit. That wasn't cool at all, and I gotta move on. 7. Number 1, I'ma just spell your name like 7 Streeter because I don't know where to put the E, the V, the Y, because you spelled it so uniquely, and it just throws me off. But 7, you don't get to act a fool and blame it on hormones. Mama, you ain't the first person to take this journey. And it's not our responsibility to tiptoe around you and babysit your feelings because your hormones are imbalanced because you are changing from one gender to the next. Kudos to you. Hallelujah. Do your thing and do it through. But that's your journey. Those that want to walk it with you will walk it with you. And we will extend some grace. Because it's a big life change. And your body is experiencing things that it has never experienced before. So for that, mama, you get grace. But don't use that as a license to be a bitch to everybody because of how you feel. You are a grown-ass person who is responsible for their own actions. It don't matter what you got going on. Trans people are not the only people that go through emotional roller coasters. Y'all are not the only people who have bad days. You cut it out. Because you do shit and then you come back and say, oh, I was on my hormones and I was this and I was that. So that means by the same degree, somebody can pretty much walk up to you, knock the fuck out of you, and blame it on whatever they are currently going through. Because that's what you did. No, ma'am. Put on your big girl drawers and walk this thing out. Whoever Kendra is talking to, first of all, y'all had an on-duty counselor. If you couldn't get in touch with him, you couldn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and bring yourself back to reality before you just started popping off on people. Now, I can't judge you for leaving. I will get my things and exit with haste if I feel like it is conducive to me walking in my truth and still doing my self-work. If I need to remove myself from a place, I will. So I can't judge you on that front because I'm guilty of that too. Now stick around and talk. Bitch, stick around for what? I'm about to stick you. I'm about to stick. See? And we're not doing that. Not in 2024. No, ma'am. I'll just pack my little hefty bag and I will hit it. But you need to work on your attitude. That's all I'm saying. Work on your attitude and stop blaming your transition on why you're not acting like an adult. What else can I say? Beautiful gowns. Great shows. And, you know, keep doing you. May the Lord watch between. Tony. Girl, what's going on? It was like you was there, but you wasn't. You are the second to last name on my list because I simply forgot about you. And it wasn't because of anything other than the fact that, like, you just didn't bring much. You talked about some poignant things when you were on camera. But when you wasn't, your absence wasn't felt. It was like you came across as a friend of the show. Like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm going to do my 1-2, but the moment shit get rocky and topsy-turvy, I'm out. Mama wasn't involved in no piece of drama. She was just there. You know, and I would have loved to learn more about your story, to see more of your story in real time. You are mother of a house. So more than likely, you are the one that calls the shots. So if you want to bring the cameras into said house and show the goings-ons and the workings and the meetings and the this and the that, I would have loved to see it. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I didn't see every second of every episode because some of these episodes I was watching in passing while I was working, while I was cleaning up, hit this and the third. So if there was a scene of you having a meeting with your house members and your children, sorry I missed it, but it didn't stick out. I don't ever recall seeing it or hearing about it. But then again, I didn't watch people's reviews, so this is a very unfiltered, unbiased opinion. I just want to see more. A lot of y'all on this cast were talking about ballroom culture. Atlanta is too big for y'all to be having balls that small. Where is the balls, girl? Like, where? I want to see things, honey. Like, and I'm not seeing things. Who's next? Okay, let's just knock this out real quick. Kendra and Wayne. I'm only grouping y'all together because y'all came to us as a unit, so y'all should leave as a unit. And Kendra, you another Tony, girl. Like, presence was appreciated. Love seeing you every time you popped up on the screen. But other than you having problems within your personal life and with Wayne, I don't remember anything about you from this season. And though I love you down, honey, down I do, the struggle is getting old. We all struggle, Kendra. Everybody on this show is struggling in some way. Everybody in this life that knows about this show is struggling in some way. None of us are so financially secure that we can go wherever we want, do whatever we want to do, when we want to do it. We all have to report to somebody's job at some period through our life. Because what we are doing solely is not paying our bills. And what we like to do isn't paying the bills enough for that to be the only thing we do. Saying that to say we all got to struggle. We all got a life. We all got to hustle. But where is the joy? Where is the love? Where is the positivity? Where is better? Like, life has been a series of hard knocks since we met you. I don't think, hop in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, Justice League, get me together if I'm off. I don't think we've experienced one full season of Kendra being happy and fulfilled and just on the rise. Something always happens. And it's like, you can't let that overtake you. You just can't. Because you will always be back and forward and back and forward and back and forward. You know, like, bitch, you are one to talk. Because as soon as something goes down, you are Casper, bitch. But anyway, this is not about me. I ain't put my life on the forefront. And if I was, it wouldn't just be sob stories and lullabies. I would be bringing something. Because otherwise, why am I here? I can struggle by myself. I can go through hard times in private, as most would rather do. Wayne. It was not cool for you to leave them people at the airport. At all. There is no excuse for that. And I don't know. Maybe you was on your last strike at your job, and if you would have missed one more day, they would have fired your ass. So you just had to be back when you had to be back. I would have communicated that. From what we were born and saying, well, wait, let's back up. Berlin, this ain't your first time flying, so why would you wear something that could be deemed inappropriate to be on an aircraft? You said they put you off because of what you had on. What the hell did you have on? I lost where I was going with this because that just really threw me off. Oh, We Were Born said they got put off. No, Berlin got put off, so I guess because the two have become one, when Berlin go, Jay Swan got to go. So they got put off the plane. They were waiting for you to follow suit. Next thing you know, Miss Spirit is taking off and is headed back to ATL. And they just standing at the window like Kevin from Home Alone, just wondering where the rest of their family at. That was not cool. That was not cool at all. Hate that you and Kendra were going through what y'all were going through, but I always felt something was off. Not just with y'all, but with any manager that wants to do the same thing that he's managing people for. How you gonna beat me down to the iTunes? How you gonna beat me down to the step and repeat? We both gonna be nominated for awards? And if we both have a career in the same industry, and you're managing mine, who's managing yours? And even with that being said, we both have the same career. So who are you giving 100% to? Are you going to slight yourself to give everything you got to Kendra? Or are you going to slight Kendra to push yourself so you can be where you're trying to be? And what happens in the rare case that you blow up and she doesn't? When then do you have the time to devote to managing Kendra's career? I can see if you wanted to be a movie star or an author. Geppetto with the wood, bitch. But Berlin. I've already said your name, so I'm already here. Was that really your sugar daddy? Is it me? Is it me? Or are most of the sugar daddies mature in age? So unless you was talking to Benjamin Button, how the fuck old is your sugar daddy? Because you know what we call young niggas that trick on us? Tricks. Sponsors. A sugar daddy is old. He sounded 14. 1. 2. Was his erectile dysfunction everybody's business? Because anybody with sense could go to YouTube, type in "We Were Born," and y'all's videos and episodes from Chasing will populate in the search engine. So if he didn't know you was on the show, it won't take him long to find out. And once he do find out you on said show, watches said show, and sees his business on Front Street, bitch, that's your ass. And yeah, we don't know who it is. It could be Big Papa from Housewives of Atlanta for all we know. But we know it ain't. Kim Zolciak was going down to the lot and buying Escalades with the swipe of a check. Y'all can't finish funding an album. And then you was like, he got shit going on in his life. He pulling back. He getting distant. Well, that's not what homeboy said when you call him. Speaking of calling him, if you my sugar daddy and I'm your sugar baby, part of the arrangement is you give me money when I ask for it and when I need it, right? I'm new to this, not true to this, so you let me know. But I'm thinking part of the arrangement is financial transactions. Baby, you was shaking like a leaf to call that man and ask him. And then you told him basically whatever's on your heart to give. Bitch, please. I would have said $1 million. Make it happen. You have to, I'm just joking. Who joking, bitch? You are Kimberly Elise and set it off. You need that money. Bitch, you are somebody's sugar baby. You are an artist. And you're on one of the most popular web series out. And you are working as a waitress. Not to bring other people into this, but this is worse than Brandon Carson working down to the California Pizza Kitchen. That wasn't no. Hell no. If that is your sugar daddy, I need to reevaluate y'all contract. Because some shit is off. Jay-Twan. You are not Kenya Moore. Being the villain does not look good on you. It comes across as desperate. You just had an opinion about everything. And that's not a problem. But then you voiced said opinion about everything. And that, my friend, is the problem. Because at the end of the day, nobody gives a flying fuck what you think about their situation. Y'all boring. Y'all boring. Well, where are y'all solo scenes at? Because apparently Undario thought the same about y'all. We ain't seen the two of y'all do anything by yourself. And it's two of y'all. Every time we saw Jay-Twan or Berlin, it was in a group scene. And y'all wasn't carrying the torch. Unless you was lighting it with the fires of mess. So, who's really boring? I'm not gonna stay on y'all too long because for some reason, I guess I said something in my past review of y'all when y'all was on the show in the past that y'all didn't like because We Were Born, the group page, has blocked me, Cat. Why? I don't know. Also don't care because if you think that's a flex, blocking me, it ain't. I literally couldn't care less. But, yeah. Berlin, find you a real sugar daddy or get you a real job. And Jay-Twan, what was your point? What was your point in coming on this show? What did you intend to do? Because, who next? Where am I pen at? Rico Cassadine. You better than me. Because I would have became a Tasmanian devil the moment they decided to turn up at my mama's house. You don't go to nobody's mama's house and get to cutting up. I don't give a fuck what y'all trying to do for the show, for the scene, for the ratings, for the numbers. There is a certain level of respect that you should have for somebody's mother. Even if she with the shits. Even if she down for the drama. Even if she down to the patio door getting her a little piece. Because she likes to keep with the mess. Where is your respect? This baby done brought y'all into his mama's house. And y'all gonna cut up? I blame you, Rico. Because you knew what type of people you was bringing around your mama. Your mama all outside trying to help him bring people pressure down and shit. And she, please. This ain't got nothing to do with me. And I ain't no goddamn Iyanla. Or Imani. This is not my judge. I invited y'all here because I heard y'all was cooking and I wanted a piece. What else? Rico, the fight with the couple, with the boyfriend. And then he showed up to the shows and is performing. And it's like he performing songs about you. And then you retaliate with a song about him. Tragic. You look good. Love the teeth, love the weight. Love the little animations you give in the confessionals. You give Rico. But no, ma'am. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell the TV every time I see Nicki Minaj try to sing. No. No. They had some Melodyne and put auto-tune on your vocals for a reason. Don't get all of them. Every performance be in your head. Every now and again, you can lose yourself. But be in your head. Be calculated about your performance. You want your performances to be polished. Until you reach the point where you can lose yourself and the crowd goes wild. We still trying to figure out who you are as an artist. You still trying to build up your fan base. You trying to go places. You ain't made it there yet. So don't get on the stage. Bring me. And you know you don't bring the vocals. And even if you do bring vocals, you were emotional. The backtrack is already playing. Let her do her thing. Jay Moore, because this is getting lengthy. But before I go, Rico, love your growth this season. You weren't fighting with nobody other than your boyfriend, but you know, you grew this season. And I really saw your maturity. You didn't come for the drama. You came to have a good time and to do your job. And that's what you did. Jay Moore. Okay. Bitch, you not retiring. Don't say that. And if you say it, don't mean it in your heart. Ask YB how many times I didn't retire from YouTube. When it's something that you love, and I didn't retire from music a lot too. When it's something that you love, something in your soul is going to draw you back to it every time. And fashion is who you are. It's in your DNA. It's who you are. You put together beautiful gowns and costumes. That if you want to explore that and go into different areas of fashion design, like costuming and styling and this, that, and the third, do that. But don't be done with it. Because there's somebody in this world that needs a Jay Moore design. And now you got handbags coming out. Y'all could have put together a fashion show. Don't Rico got shoes? You got gowns. Now you got handbags. Somebody on the show was selling shades at some point, right? Period. I mean, I know y'all got Chasing the Beat, but y'all could have put together a very sickening show. Oliver got his seasoning. I'm sure he could have sprinkled that on a couple of crinkly fries, and y'all could have really had a nice little gay old time. Your health, my God, I'm so happy that you're doing better. And it was good to see, Montel? Is it Montel? Fashion Killer. It was good seeing you, boo. It was really good seeing you. I sometimes wonder, you know, what you was doing with your life. And to see that you were doing good and you're still designing, you're still in the fashion industry, and that you took this opportunity from chasing and you kept moving. It really warms my heart. And now you are sitting down as a legacy character, giving advice to one of the newbies. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. You reach back and you open the door for somebody else. And to see it happen on the very show where we see you got your start with us, it was a full circle moment for me to see, honestly. Last but not least, I'm going to group y'all together. Oliver, Tonka, Kane. Tonka, you better than me. You only got so many times to show me who you really are and that it doesn't work with who I am for me to get the picture and be like, okay, I'm out. Now, if you're doing the same thing, like Wayne the Pain was showing us, then I guess you really ain't got room to talk. If y'all just gonna have an open relationship and flirt freely with other people while y'all have an understanding that it's just y'all two, let that be that. That's not my relationship. It's not my understanding, but whatever. I tell you what, though. Before we would have left to go, fuck DC, before we would have left to go to the goddamn Chick-fil-A down the street, we would have had an understanding of where we stand. Because them conversations y'all was having, it was very lukewarm. It was very blanketed. It was very generic. This baby said you assaulted them. And you telling me that when you was over there a couple weeks ago, y'all was getting flirtatious. So see, now the shit is coming out. So I don't know if I should be more mad at the incident that happened when I was standing right next to the boy or what was going on when I wasn't around. Tonka, you kept telling this man not to make you look stupid, not to embarrass you. Probably because you knew the type of man he was before you got involved with him. Only for him to keep doing it? I understand old habits die hard. I get that. But once you make a decision, catch. Once you make a decision to be in a relationship, your perspective should shift to that of what's best for you two as a unit. Yes, still be an individual, but part of that individuality is not the sexual escapades that you used to go on. Tonka, good luck to you. I want to see more of you because even though you are a very mild-mannered person, because the only time I saw you get crunk is when you yanked Kane up at that fucking pool party and told him what was what. I love you, and I want more of you, and I want to see much more of you. And I don't know. I'm sure there is a show in DC that you can become a part of because I want to see more of Tonka. Kane is a hit or miss. Kane, if somebody tells you no, the answer is fucking no. It is not your job to make sense of it. Well, just Tuesday, everything was cool with the flirting, and now you don't like it. I don't give a fuck if you were literally dicking me down 10 minutes ago. If now the answer is no, don't touch me. Period. I may be crazy. I may be off my rocker. You may wonder what the hell is going on. But respect my wishes. Now, I was being told through the grapevine that, like he said, the other day y'all was being flirty. And at the event, y'all was in the restroom or somewhere out of the camera frame, continuing said flirtation. Again, that was Oliver's prerogative. When he got in the frame of the camera, Mama didn't want no parts. Drunk or not, I said no. So no. And it's not up to you to determine that it wasn't sexual assault because I was okay with it 5 minutes ago. You can't make sense of an offense that you committed to someone else. If he views it as assault, then that's what it is. And then you went off the handle talking about all this other tea that nobody really asked you about because you was in your feelings about getting checked. Cross that chin. And then for people to then turn on said victim and say, oh, you just in your feelings because he chose Tonka over you. Even if that's how I feel, if I don't want you touching me now, don't touch me. One does not justify the other. Unless nothing happened and the boy just screamed SA to make a moment. Now you got people in that Instagram live trying to make sense of the placement of where people was and how could it make sense if he was here and he was there. Again, that's not your place. This baby said he was touched inappropriately and was asking the person touching him to stop multiple times. And the person wouldn't stop. I don't know. And then y'all hit Kendra in the crossfire. Lord, this season was definitely a season. I wouldn't want to end the series this way, but it is what it is. Again, this is getting lengthy. Those are my thoughts on it. Should Oliver go as far as to press charges and to get police involved? Hell fuck no. Because like people say, everybody touches everybody. Everybody's flirting with it. That's just gay culture. We're touchy-feely people. I think the fight was enough. I honestly think, and some may think that this is me making a call on the judgment after I told somebody not to make a call on a situation. Whatever. But I feel like y'all tussled. That's where it should stop. Y'all don't necessarily have to take it to legal action. Because, I mean, at most, what's going to happen? A restraining order? The boy all the way in D.C. and you in Atlanta. When are y'all's paths going to cross again? And you ain't Karrueche, so you ain't going to get no lifelong restraining order. There is no physical evidence of him touching you and you asking him to stop. Multiple witnesses will vouch more than likely for Cane because they didn't see anything and they're not going to lie and say they did. So what do you want? This ain't no Diddy Cassie situation, so you ain't going to get paid. Last I heard, Cane wasn't even working. So I don't know what you want from this. No reunion. Lackluster series finale. Because the fight episode should have been the finale, honestly. That was where the meats and the potatoes was. And then y'all should have picked up at the reunion. But I hear that it's drama and melee with that. And people trying to pull Bravo games. Well, I'm not going to show up at this. But girl, you don't make that call. You don't even get paid for this. It gave what it gave. I had to give it what I had. And yeah, that's my thoughts on season 6 and the series finale of Atlanta. And y'all keep saying, y'all meaning Undario and other people that are connected, bye for now. If this is not the end, don't say it's the end, bitch. Don't do that. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all when I talk to y'all. Bye.